there's this book called The Innovator's Dilemma. I'm sure you know this concept that the innovation can never come from the industries that are already associated or owning the space because they don't want to eat their own profit margins. And we've seen banks get into fintech. But do you think ultimately it had to be this peer-to-peer blockchain thing that would bring all the innovation? I mean, would it have ever come from inside a bank or from a fintech startup, or would it always have to be something like this? Or does this just make it grow faster?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there are some examples of some legacy firms that have kind of disrupted themselves, but most are much more like Kodak Film. Kodak Film invented electronic cameras, Wi-Fi, digital file storing of photos, a ton of really innovative things, but they didn't want to roll it out because it would cannibalize their print film business, and ultimately ended up failing. And so there's a few examples, I'm sure, counterexamples against that, but it's likely that it's going to come from the outside, because these finance firms, hundreds of billions of dollar market caps, they are certainly not rushing to provide a product that ultimately will let anybody with a smartphone send money to anybody else with a smartphone without paying them anything. And the fees are, very high. The average remittance fee is 8%, right? So the migrant spending an entire month working for their remittance company with Bitcoin or other blockchain assets on their smartphone, they can send it essentially for free. So, there's not the legacy firms they're playing, a very slow dance with blockchain.